Hey everyone, welcome back to another build in the Scale Auto Garage. In this video we have a Chevy Beretta GTZ. I'm not gonna lie, not my first choice in building, but that box art is just stunning and really made me want to get this kit. You can check out 8380 Laboratories on Instagram for more of their amazing artwork. It looks like this kit was originally introduced in 1988 and has seen several releases with various new parts on each release. Let's get started. I will put the front and rear bumper on so that when the body is painted, all the color will be uniform across all of the parts. I chose the headlight deletes that came with this kit for an interesting look on the front end. The kit does come with full lenses for the headlights if that is more to your preference. The body does have side molding molded right into the body shell. I thought it would be a little nicer without this, so I cut it off using a sharp hobby knife and then sanded it smooth using 600 grit sandpaper. Panel lines can then be scribed a little bit deeper to help them stand out after painting. I would like to thank Kalido for sending me their mecha colors to test out, and this project was perfect for them. Using the Mobius TG, I laid down a decent few layers of primer to be ready for the color. Then the entire body is given several layers of Char's Chestnut Red, a decent blend of red and purple, and actually it looks pretty close to the stock Chevy color. I thought this Heartbeat of America decal would look good on the side. The kit came with a white heartbeat and a black one, but the letters on the white one were red, making them a little harder to see on the maroon body. Still, the white just felt right, so I went with it. The kit also comes with decals for the front and rear marker lights, a very nice little touch. After the decals have dried, 4 layers of Mr. Hobby Super Clear are added. Once the clear has dried, it is sanded and polished as usual. The front driving lights didn't have decals, so they would need to be painted in. Once they're painted, some UV resin can be added to simulate lenses. Finally, to finish off the body, the glass is installed as a single piece. onto the interior, everything is primed using Kaleido's gray primer. Phantom Gray is then used for all the plastic parts, and then to tone down the gloss a little bit, a semi-gloss layer of varnish is added over top. To help simulate cloth, some baby powder is added to Armor Gray to give it a bit of a rougher texture. After painting everything, a layer of matte varnish can be used to seal it all up, but it's not fully necessary. Removing the tape will give us an interesting mix of color and texture, just as you would see in a full-size car. Not a lot of parts for this interior. Steering wheel is put into the dash, seats are put in, and then the dash is snapped in place. With some patience and attention to paint, you can get a decently realistic look to your interior without a lot of hassle. Most of the chassis will be covered with the matte black primer. I really like how this lays down, and the look of it on chassis parts is just what I usually am looking for, so no need to even cover the primer with anything else, in my opinion. The engine will get some metallic silver. I wanted to change the wheels and tires a little bit, so I used a set of BBS rims from Fujimi, and they came with some great looking brake discs as well. The chassis is pretty straightforward in being assembled. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Some bright red paint is applied to the calipers, and then the brake discs are snapped into place on the back of those BBS rims. Now it's time to put everything together. The interior snaps into place inside the body. And then the chassis is snapped into place. There are a few additional items in the engine bay, such as the brake booster, the battery, and the coolant tank that do need to be installed. So the car seems a little bit high for my tastes and could stand for a little bit of lowering. After removing the rim, the peg can be cut off and the back of the rim glued into place slightly higher up than the original peg. The spot for the peg is big enough to accommodate these larger rims, so that ended up being a good thing. The rear wheels are done the same, and this brings the car down to a more respectable height. And for the very last piece, I will add those interesting rear louvers. This was a blast to build, and I'm glad that Round 2 decided to reissue it. While I have never owned one of these cars, it is pretty clear that it was quite popular in its time. I have included links to many of the items I have used, including links to the Kaleido shop page where you can find all the colors I used for this build and many more. Thank you, Allison Chan, for the coffee. I appreciate your continued support of my addictions. And thank you, the viewer, for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more builds in Scale Auto Garage, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any new videos. Keep on building, and we'll see you in the next one.